I am Imefonokun with this and more. For a very long time, Tiwa Savage has forlorn-eyed an acting career. She has actually taken part in some shows but has never succeeded in playing a lead role. Now the time has finally come. After waiting endlessly for facts and figures, Clavy News Desk can authoritatively announce that Tiwa Savage is starring lead Aisha in Wata and Gari, which will begin streaming this year. A preview of the film reveals that Wata and Gari follows Aisha, that's her name in the film, an ambitious fashion designer who returns home after a decade working in the elite fashion industry in the US. Aisha finds herself returning to a home that has been drastically changed by time and chance as she reconnects with family, old friends, and a past love. Excited Tiwa says developing and shooting my film from an idea to launching it globally on Prime Video is a dream fulfilled. I'm excited for my fans and newer audiences to experience this vulnerable side of me that I have never shown. Meji Alabi brought the story to life in such a beautiful way, and I cannot wait to share it with the world. Unquote. The film was shot primarily in Cape Coast, Ghana. Water and Gary was written by Comfort Emmanuel with music by Tiwa Savage. The Super Eagles have some of the most talented players on the continent, but Brown Ideye believes they are not ready for the Afcon. Super Eagles hero Brown Ideye has stated that Nigeria will not win the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations because they lack cohesion and are not stable. Ideye, who played for West Brom, Dynamo Kiev, and other European clubs, played a crucial role for Nigeria in the rerun to their Afcon triumph in 2013. He declared that the Super Eagles have some of the most talented players on the continent, but believes they are not ready for the Afcon. The Nigerian police force has cautioned Nigerians not to use the viral new slogan, "No grief for anybody." The force spokesman ACB Moiwa Adejobi gave the warning during a press conference at the police headquarters in Abuja. The catchphrase, which has gained virality in the Nigerian social media space and on the street, has been humorously adopted as the nationwide motto for 2024, symbolizing a refusal to tolerate any form of nonsense or bullying. The police image maker said, according to intelligence at its disposal, the slogan is coming from a revolutionary sector that could spell doom and generate difficulties across the country. Adejobi stated that although it may be perceived as ordinary banter, the security community views it as a hazardous slogan. During the press briefing, Adejobi also provided updates on recent security incidents. He announced that 3 individuals linked to the Christmas Eve attacks on communities in Plateau State have been apprehended. The police assured the public that investigations are ongoing to unravel the motives behind the attacks and to identify any potential collaborators involved in planning or executing the violence. Supreme Court has affirmed the election of Umoino, who was the candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the March 18 governorship election, as the governor of Akwa Ibom State. The Apex Court, in its ruling this Thursday, dismissed appeals filed by the All Progressives Congress (APC), the Young Progressives Party (YPP), and the New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP). DStv and Go TV have officially revealed their decision to cease broadcasts of Emmanuel TV, the religious network established by the late founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations, TB Joshua. This decision came before the controversial documentary aired by the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, which levied serious allegations against the deceased clergyman. The controversial 3-party documentary produced by the BBC delved into allegations of atrocities and sexual crimes committed by TB Joshua against his disciples. The investigative report involved interviews with at least 30 purported former members and workers of the church. In a message displayed on the screen, MultiChoice DStv informed its viewers about the imminent discontinuation slated to take effect from January 17, 2024. Notably, Emmanuel TV will not only part ways with MultiChoice but will also terminate its services on StarSat and several other paid TV platforms. with special focus on the recent turn of events in Nigeria as it concerns the allegations and counter-allegations rocking the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation and the Ministry of Interior. The National Civil Society Council of Nigeria has commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for actions taken so far towards proper investigations of the allegations of fraud in the affected ministries. In a press briefing this Thursday in Abuja, the Executive Director, National Civil Society Council of Nigeria, Blessing Akinlosotu, said, regarding the case of the Minister of Interior, Bumutunjo Oju, and the affected company, there is a clear evidence that the minister and his wife have resigned before now from the company. He therefore frowned at mob judgment at the minister and called on Nigerians to restrain. Blessing also added that if the result does not affirm fraud or gross misconduct concerning Beta Udu, the president should be magnanimous enough to give her a second chance, so as not to discourage young, energetic and innovative Nigerians from governance.
Honorable Tunji Ojo as Minister in charge of Interior and his performance record with natural consequence actions and reactions. In less than 3 months, Honorable Tunji Ojo has shown uncommon brilliance and exceptional capacity with amazing achievement as Interior Minister within such a very short time frame. We believe strongly that issues going around the humanitarian affairs that has linked to as many as possible people need to be properly investigated, and the president is highly commended for his swift reactions he has taken. We are only alerting the public that the situation that is ongoing should be left to be sustained. Why we don't drag pettiness into what is already achieved by Mr. President. But we should also let the world know that it is high time we leave ethnic, religious bias, and also issues that are not critically concerned with that investigation, so that we don't keep creating much crisis, and at the end of the day we won't be able to be focused to get results of the appropriate actions and reactions that we desire and needed.
Other concerned members of the civil society group said the World Press Conference aims at ensuring good governance and accountability, as well as correcting erroneous information in the public space without prejudice, personal or political undertone.
And we are not being sponsored by anybody. We are not here to protect or to change the narrative in support of any of the peoples that were inducted, but we are passionate Nigerians, and that we believe that we are stakeholders in building these great nations. And we have a key, we have a role to play. And if you are a media, you are a civil society, you don't dwell on rumors. And in the course of doing our job, to know the truth, we bump on so many issues, and most of the issues on ground are not what you are hearing in the media. And therefore, we will continue to update Nigerians, we will continue to update the media on our finding, so that whoever is found wanting in the course of this investigation should be dealt with. And whoever is not found to be invested any funds should be exonerated. Yes. Because there are so many narratives going on there, and from our finding, most of them are false. And if care is not taken, we are likely going to throw the baby with the bath in water.
I'm sure you know that the Ministry of Interior did not just start today. People have heard that office at various times, and the complaint has always been the same. Hey, you apply for Nigeria passport. Months, you don't know what is happening. No communication, no group, no direction. But somebody resumed and promised the whole nation that give me 2 weeks, I will pay it. That is the kind of ambition you can see in young men.
The civil society community also commended the decision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reduce the size of federal entourage of both local and foreign trips aimed at cutting down the cost of governance. They also called on both the legislature and the judiciary to follow suit in order to save the nation's economy. And on foreign scene, the Congo River has risen to its highest level in more than 60 years, causing flooding throughout the Democratic Republic of Congo and killing more than 300 people over the past month. According to authorities, poor urban planning and weak infrastructure have made some African countries vulnerable to flash floods after intense rain, which have become more frequent due to climate change. Ferry Mowa, an hydrology specialist at the DRC Riverways Authority, part of the Transport Ministry, said his office had flashed the high water level in December. Mowa said he warned that almost the entire flood plan of the capital, Kinshasa, which sites on the banks of the river, could be affected. On Wednesday, the river reached 6.2 meters above sea level, just shy of the 1961 record of 6.26 meters, adding that the flooding had followed exceptionally high rains island. Nearly 300 people have died and 3,000 households have been affected, with thousands of houses destroyed, it said in a statement. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via our social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clayview News Desk, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clayview Online.